What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I see in the title is going down. Definitely some news that I wasn't expecting. I don't know. I wasn't expecting, but you always have, different thoughts and different reactions, and you think of different outcomes. If something happened, him being guilty, him not being guilty, you think of different outcomes and an impact on what it bring. Before we get in the video, I do want to show y'all. I had people ask. Grab one of these. It's www.anxworldwide.com. It's in the description box down below. But this is the shirt. Hopefully y'all can see it a little bit. This is the shirt. More of like an oversized tee, real thick shirt, and it has my tag on the back. I don't know if y'all can see. Hopefully y'all can. Has my tag on the back. Made anxious by Recklezz. Designing my bed. I actually designed this in my bed. It's a patch that go on the outside. This the back of the shirt, and then you got the, like the robot head, But different, I had this, originally, because I go through, anxiety, stress, and I don't like to, go anywhere public and stuff like that. I'm like a homebody. I'm a homebody. You see, I got the tag literally says design in my bed, and it's just something that, I created to tell my story, on how I became, the way that I am, on a t-shirt, so definitely check that site out. Let me put this back right quick. Time to get in this, y'all, see what's going down.
All right, here to react to today's verdict, former President Trump's legal spokeswoman, well, not former. I mean, she's President Trump's legal spokesperson, Alina Habba. She's been in the courtroom the whole time. Everybody I know around President Trump says he's completely stoic. Saw this coming. I guess that was clear in his comments about Mother Teresa. However, I'm sure it doesn't take the sting away. And based on the actions of this judge, one has to wonder, 4 days before the RNC, is he going to release President Trump on his own recognizance pending appeal? Is he going to declare he has to have home confinement, can't go to a debate, can't go to his own convention pending appeal?
I feel like regardless, like him saying like all these different things, obviously people have thoughts on like what is initially going to happen. I just look at the fact, like not even like trying to be funny. Regardless, it's not going to stop people for voting for Trump. Is this me? Like this is like being for real. Like I don't think this is going to stop anybody. If anything, it's not going to do nothing but boost, his votes. I mean, that's just me though. I don't know.
Or will he want to send him to jail? Nothing that judge decides will shock me.
No, it won't shock me. Let's remember who this judge is, Sean. Let's be very clear. And I am so happy to be on this show on such an important day in American history, because if we don't stop this now, we are done. And I don't mean now, I mean right now, as in yesterday. Judge Merchan today watched my client. I watched him. I watched the jury say guilty 34 times, and I watched him. And he looked at my client, and he covered his mouth. And he covered his mouth probably because he was smiling. Let's be very clear. This judge has Bannon, Weisselberg, and no shock to me, Trump. And he is 100% a man that should have recused himself. But our justice system is so broken right now, Sean. And I want to also remind the American people of one thing. I am a legal spokesperson. I am also an American. And I will be voting for Trump, not because of President Trump, who I obviously support, but because I support America. And so does he.
That's right.
Our country is currently in a serious state. And we cannot look at this as anything other than a serious state of affairs where we have an issue, where people are using politics in the legal courtroom. It cannot happen anymore. I have seen it. I have been in court since October, trial after trial after trial. For 15 years, I have been practicing law. I have never seen anything like this in my life. And that judge intentionally wouldn't even allow, in pretrial proceedings that the court will not report, they would not allow us to bring up that President Trump didn't even take deductions. He didn't do anything wrong. His CFO him, the Trump organization, the family, nothing. But that evidence was kept away from the jury, and it is intentional. This is not America. And I'm speaking to MSNBC viewers and CNN viewers, the Rachel Maddows, the Caitlin Collins. It is time to come together because this administration does not care about us. They do not. They care about themselves.
They don't care either because they got what they wanted politically. And
that's right.
You know, for them, it doesn't matter. The ends justify the means. I will say this, and I said this a number of days ago. I was on Fox and Friends, and on this show I said it. This is not going to impact the election, is my prediction, in 158 days. I don't believe it is. You know, it's amazing. You know, Michael Cohen himself testified that he told many people that he did this on his own. You know, at that point, stop right there. That should have ended whatever novel legal theory they're putting out. And I said also, Donald Trump can't get a fair trial in New York City. And
that's just what it is, too. Like, I feel like a lot of people would say, you know, oh, that he lied here. Michael Cohen did this. You know, you got, you know, Stormy Dan. You know, you see so much stuff going around. Yes, the facts are there. Everything is there. You know, with everything, you know, but in New York, I mean, come on. It's like, you know, you try to, and I done had past videos like, oh, yeah, Trump is going to, you know, just having, you know, that positive, you know, encouragement, positive thoughts. You always want to have that still, you know, even though, you know, guilty, having the positive thoughts, you know, but I just look at the fact, you know, being in New York, it's something that we kind of knew was going to happen.
Also, Donald Trump can't get a fair.
And I deeply apologize, you know, if our 8-month-old is crying. She's screaming and hollering. Her teeth are coming in. So definitely apologize if y'all can hear that.
Trial in New York City. And he didn't get a fair trial in New York City. And by the way, I'll find the money, and I'd love to buy Mar-a-Lago for $18 million and turn around and sell it for $1 billion, because that's New York City's legal system. How sad and pathetic is this?
Yeah, but it's not about Trump. And I really want everyone to understand that. I am the lawyer. I see the rulings. I see the hearings. It's before the trials start that they do this to us. It's before we can go in. It's so that his legal spokeswoman is gagged, so that his campaign is gagged, so that President Trump is gagged. And I'm still gagged, and so is he. And you know why? Because they don't want us to speak the truth. That's called censorship. That is not our country. We don't do that. Let Americans vote for who they want. And you know what they don't want? They don't want what is going on right now, I assure you, because when I walk in the streets in New York by myself, I am praised and loved. And I will tell you, President Trump, what we saw today was people streaming up and down the streets, waiting to see him just to give him a thumbs up. We drove down and down, and the numbers just don't lie. Look at the polls. Sean, we are in a serious state of affairs. America is under siege in a different way than I ever thought was possible. And I never thought it would be people with a law license that would be doing it, judges that would be doing it. It's a disgrace.
Let me be clear on one thing, too. You know something? I don't want a weaponized system of justice to go after Democrats and treat them the way Donald Trump has been treated. I want equal justice, equal application. I'd like to have our constitutional republic back, and that's what I think most good, decent, honorable Americans want.
It's honestly,
you've been very generous with your time throughout this whole trial.
Definitely got to get it to Alina. I literally, that's how I look at, you know, the whole situation. Even coming into this, being independent. I came into this. I came from a Democratic family. My dad, you know, Democrat. My mom, Democrat. My grandmother, you know. I came from, you know, a family that, and I started doing these videos last year, and, you know, reacting to them, seeing, you know, reading different articles on this news station, on it, you know, checking stuff out. And I realized that, you know, it needs to be that, you know, being equal. You know, I feel like it needs to be equal. And, you know, obviously judging by the stuff that's been happening, you know, this past year, it hasn't been, you know, and I feel like it needs to be. With me being independent, you know, last year, and growing into be, you know, conservative. I mean, that's just, you know, how I look at, myself, you know, more so leaning towards, and definitely, you know, got my support, you know, fully, you know, with Trump. I just hate the fact that, you know, this happens, and it's happening, how corrupt people can be. You know, but let me know y'all thoughts and comments down below. Definitely was an amazing video. I wanted to check out. Much love to everybody, and let me know y'all thoughts. I definitely want to know y'all thoughts. Make sure y'all check out my clothing brand if y'all could, even if y'all just, sightseeing. www.inksworldwide.com in the description box down below. Much love to everybody. Catch y'all next one.